News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. We're back here on the Yaffee program. I am Alabama's voice of reason, Huntsville's conservative conscience. Real quick, I do want to tell you about my good friends at the Huntsville Men's Clinic. Guys, get your testosterone checked. As you get older, you can lose your energy. You think, oh, well, I feel like I'm living my life in a fog. I'm not thinking like I used to, but nothing I can do about it. No, there is something you can do about it. Contact the Huntsville Men's Clinic, and it's easy to do. You can write this down if you want to remember. HuntsvilleMen'sClinic.com. HuntsvilleMen'sClinic.com. Powered by Men's Pro. That first appointment is just $99. It includes a consultation, a testosterone test, and a PSA test. You get your results in about an hour, and you also get treatments, options for treatments available for you that first appointment. And it's all based on real science. They're celebrating their 5-year anniversary in Huntsville, 15 years in the state of Alabama, and they're ready to help you guys. So go to HuntsvilleMen'sClinic.com, make an appointment, and when you do, let them know Yaffee was the one who sent you. All right, that time of the show, once again, we have the Yaffee Program Rewind. All right, it is that time of the show where I remind you if you missed any of it live, the podcast will be up on the website, WVNN.com. You can also find it on the iHeartRadio app, the TuneIn Radio app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and much, much more, or the WVNN app. So at the beginning of the show today, we talked about the hypocrisy of Mom Donnie in the government grocery stores. That's because he said this. Play a Mom Donnie cut one for me.
Going to keep people from taking advantage of that, that deal, basically? And is there going to be a limit on the number of items that someone can take that are discounted at that level from that essential basket?
So our RFP makes very clear that this is a program for New Yorkers to be able to put food on the table, not a program for people to be able to make a quick buck through reselling. I'm going to pass it over to our EDC head, G-Pack, to add some additional details.
Yes, if you look at our RFP for the operator, we are looking to make sure that we target New Yorkers, whether it be at sort of a library card-esque thing, and also we manage who's buying, and that is focused on everyday New Yorkers. So we are mindful of that, and so we're going to make sure that we have all the things in place to ensure that that does not happen.
So they're going to have ID, basically, to make sure it doesn't happen. And as Tuberville and Katie Britt pointed out, they don't want ID to vote, but they want ID for that. So, yes, they are hypocrites. So we talked about that. The podcast is up. We had the Alabama bullet points, the top stories from around the state. We also talked about, in terms of government grocery stores, this obsession with communism, socialism by some of these people. We can debate the economics, but I'm almost tired of it because it's stupid. What they're promoting is it's dumb. Why don't we just call it stupid? Now, Tuberville called it a complete joke, which he's right, but I just want to call it, it shouldn't even be taken seriously. Now, we have to, because they're winning elections now, because apparently no one is taught in this country anymore basic economics and history. But there are just a million reasons why having a government grocery store doesn't work. It's such a big example, but that's only one of the many socialist things that Mom Donnie is doing and wants to do in New York, and that the Democrat Socialists want to do. So we talked about that. The podcast is up. We also talked about the latest in Iran, and Victoria Coates joined the show. She's a national security foreign policy expert with the Heritage Foundation. We talked about Iran, and I know that Alabama lawmakers want to go after Dr. Fauci, but he's going to just keep pleading the fifth, probably. We had What's Trending earlier. Thanks to Bugsy for producing today. Thanks to you for listening. The Vince Show is coming up next, and I'll be back tomorrow at the same time. See you then.
It's the Yaffee Program on WVNN.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast.
I'm your host, Megan Klingenberg, and after interviewing so many dudes during this Men's World Cup, I'm so happy to be back with my U.S. Women's National Team players.
I know the U.S. Men's National Team has changed how I think about myself, how I think about being an American, how I think about being on a team.
It's 1 year out from that World Cup, and we're going to talk about the brightest prospects in U.S. soccer. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast, presented by Henkel. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Start your day with the morning jolt of Drake Toll.
Anywhere in the country.
Your home for talking sports.
The United States hockey team has 4 teeth left. What is LeBron James' legacy? Lionel Messi. 906 career goals is stupid.
All of it.
The Knicks. The Los Angeles Lakers. Aaron Rodgers. Georgia football players. The Dolphins. The Mets. As it happened, when it happened, we'll talk all of it.
Westwood One Sports Talk. Your home for Drake Toll. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.